Good morning, everybody. Very quick jumping on just for a couple quick things. How is everybody today? My name is Chris, coming to you live from Worthington, Minnesota. I am the voice and the face behind Create with Chris. Thanks for joining me. It's a beautiful day. It's sunny, 70 degrees. There's a little breeze. I heard there's a strong wind coming, which is just normal for where I live. So anyway, I am not doing a sketch today, and I know it's not even Tuesday, but this is my retreat week. So I have a lovely group of women coming to spend Thursday afternoon, Friday, and Saturday with me making 24 projects. Well, 19 projects, but one of them has 4 parts. Another one has 3 parts, so, you know, girl math. Anyway, they're going to be doing a lot of projects. I'm going to keep them very busy, but we're going to have a ton of fun. If you love walking into a retreat with your tools and going home with a bunch of finished projects, then Cozy Craft Retreats in Worthington, Minnesota are designed for you. I hold one in the spring and one in the fall, so um, I would love to have you join us. All right, so I'm on today to catch up with winners. And like I said, I'm not doing a sketch today, but I will do 2 next week to catch up. But today I'm going to catch up on prizes. So let me turn the camera down. And there's our lovely glare. We're just going to go with it for today. Um, I have stuff everywhere. Oh my gosh. Stuff everywhere. Um, like I said, it is retreat week, and I am busy packing. So, okay, the first week of sketches, we had 2 people craft along, Tracy and Tori, and I'm going to be sending these beautiful gems. These are called pearlized faceted circles, and I've used these a lot because they can go with things that have peach pie. They can go with things that have flirty flamingo, petal pink. Even the iridescent ones have worked on pretty much any card I can think of. So this is a great pack. I'm going to be sending these to Tracy. So Tracy, thank you for playing along. Those will be in the mail. And then week 14, this was the card that I made for week 14. And I'm going to be sending this to my friend Donna Manick Marshall. So Donna, thank you for playing along. Feel free to copy that sketch. All right, and then week 15, whoops, dropped my pen. Week 15, I had said that I would give away one of these little pouches that we were able to get. They were exclusive to Stampin' Up! If you earned or attended on stage in California. I earned the trip, but I did not attend, and so I had my good friend Kevin Thiessen, who went pick up the swag that I had purchased. So I have several of these to give away, and I offered them for week 15. Okay, let me show you. They also come with these, not with, a separate swag that we could purchase were these clip things. So let me show you how they work. The pen goes in here, so this is springy. And then this has a clip on the back, and so You can use it. Oh, well, that's a little tricky. There we go. You can use it on the edge of your notebook. You can use it as a bookmark. But then your pen will hang out the outside of your notebook or your book. So I think those are kind of cool. So I'm going to include those. I also have this one with the watering can. Okay, and I have an old Stampin' Up! Pen. I was so disappointed when I opened this one. It was black ink. This one is the color of the pen. Okay, so then let me tell you what else I did today. I was watching my good friend Beck Hall, who does a Wing It Wednesday. Oh, I can't stand that. That keeps going in and out. Let's see if that helps. There's one little button. So Beck did a challenge where she colored the background of her cardstock card front with ink and with baby wipes. So I had gotten out these little note cards that I was going to include with these prizes, and I got my blending brush out, and I went around the edge of the note card just to add a little bit of color, and I thought, hey, you just watched your good friend Beck Hall show you how to use baby wipes. So grab your baby wipes, and here's what I came up with. So Beck, these are for your challenge. So this is the one that I started with, and I had gone around the whole edge with my blending brush, and then that's when I changed my mind. So you just take your baby wipe. I'm going to show you right now. Here's the cards. They're all kind of popping up and down here. Let me quick show you. Let me I'll just grab a card front, and I'm going to grab the same colors that I used. These are the new, some of the new colors. All right, let's set those to the side. So if you haven't seen the new colors, and we'll get back to this, I promise. Let me close my marker. All right. If you haven't seen the new colors, the new ink pads, they're just like the old Close to My Heart ink pads. So the lid just kind of attaches right to the edge. Oh my goodness, never have enough room. Never have enough room. I wasn't really prepared to do this, but as long as I'm on here, I might as well demonstrate, right? Okay, so you take your baby wipe, and I actually cut mine. Okay, let me look at my camera here. We got people watching. Cindy T-Rink's watching. Mimi's watching. Chris Smith is watching. My good friend from Petoskey, Michigan. And I just like to say Petoskey, Michigan. I cut my wipes because you don't need much of it. Alright, so I've got one here, and one here. Alright, here's my card. Sherry's watching. Let's see who else is watching. Okay, bear with me, guys. Alright, so I started with the Golden Glow, and I just smeared it along the bottom. No need to be fussy. And then I did, what's it called? Cantaloupe, crisp cantaloupe. Okay, again. Cindy T-Rink, I can see this being right up your alley here. Now, your cardstock will get a little moist. And so I had brought in my heat gun. Let's see, a little more there. And you know, you don't have to go all one direction. You can do whatever you want. So then after I had this all on here like this, I brought in my heat gun, and which I've already put away. But and there you have this beautiful like sunset background. See how similar that is? Okay. And then Let me just kind of wipe up here and get rid of these. You can clean up your glass mat, flip your inks out of the way, and then, so there's my background. This one I added a little bit of the Peaceful Pine to bring in the colors of the watering can. So my card is a little, you know, like when things get a little damp, they get a little, hi Glenda, they get a little warped, but I am okay with that. So there are the cards that I made. I used the pieces from the Under the Sun Mix and Match ephemera pack because they went with, you're going to see the whole thing come together here. So a little pouch, the pen with the watering can, I'm going to zoom in a little, and this card. And then we have the pouch, the pen, and the card with the boots. Okay, and then I actually have another pack here for a different purpose, but here's the flip-flops and the flip-flop card. Isn't that cute? I think that it just makes such a nice little gift. So I will throw out another challenge today. If you do a challenge using the baby wipe method, the swipe technique, I will send out another set of the pouch, matching card, and a pen with a bookmark. So everybody who joins my challenge today, their names will go onto the Wheel of Winners. No, not the Wheel of Winners. That's a different thing. They'll go into a spinner, and we'll spin live next Tuesday for today's challenge, even though it's not a sketch. So next week I'll do 2 sketches and a winner for today's challenge. But last week then, when I threw out this challenge, I had 2 people join my challenge, and I'm going to send them both this little pack of goodies. So one was Tori Kroger, and the other was Tracy O'Connell. So Tracy and Tori, be watching for, well, Tori I can give in person, but Tracy, be watching for a little happy mail from me. And Tracy, I will also include your bling from week 13. So Tracy, thanks so much for playing. Tori, thanks for playing. And then, in case you're curious, this other set, I will have some sets like this for those on my team that met their October challenge. So if you're on my team and you met your October challenge, I have some of these coming your way. So, all right, everybody. Thanks. Let me flip you back around. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned because I'm sure I'll do some live things from my retreat, which is starting at 1 o'clock Thursday. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.